Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Less Than Average Gaming and welcome back to the first Feedback Friday. If you missed the introduction to this series, there'll be a link in the description explaining what exactly is going on here. If you do want to be involved though in Feedback Friday, all you have to do is send me a link of a video that you'd like me to take a look at and done. Basically easy as that. I'll try and put it into the next video. You can send me the links and stuff in the comment section on Facebook or on Twitter or on YouTube if you know how to do that. The links to all that stuff will be down below, as well as the links to the channels of the creators of these videos. Anyway, the first video comes in from TheCuriousSloth and is titled Clickbait Title Minecraft Skywars number 24. As I mentioned before, I'll leave a link to all the channels that I'm about to talk about in the description. Okay, so I'm not a massive fan of like the big 3D intros that are a little bit flashy and a little bit loud sometimes. Like the music on your one was a little bit loud, but it's not a massive issue. I'd keep it if you do enjoy it and your fans enjoy it. Don't really listen to me based on that. You've got good confidence on the microphone, you seem to know what you're talking about. You're also talking about the game in such a way that makes me want to know more about it. Especially since I've never played the game mode myself, Skywars. You've got the full range of quality options from what I could see, which is always a plus. I'd probably recommend putting in some background music into your videos, something appropriate for the mood that helps seal the dead air when you aren't speaking. It'll also probably help keep people entertained. Your field of view made the video a little bit hard to watch at times, especially when you sprint, but if that's the way you play, don't change it just because I said so. It's more of a personal thing for me than anything else. Your microphone volume was also probably a little bit quiet, but any louder and I'd suspect that all you'd hear would be mostly keyboard clicks, which I can understand. I'm kinda in the same boat with some of my videos. I'd recommend moving the microphone to right in front of your face and turning the gain volume way down if it's possible. It'll help quieten the sound of your keyboard, or just do what I do sometimes and put a towel over your hands. The video's actually edited really nicely. The cuts between games were nice and clean, but you did say your intro very, very quickly. I barely got a chance to understand what you were trying to say. This probably comes with you saying it so often in each and every video that you do, but if you want people to understand it, you'll probably have to slow it down a lot. But overall, this is a pretty decent video, buddy. If you do want to check out the TheCuriousSloth channel, you know where the link will be. The second video today comes from RenScotson and is titled Fallout 4 number 14, Glitches and Other Funny Clips. I've got to say, this video is actually really entertaining, and I had a good laugh when I was watching it. The music you put in the background is super appropriate, and I was actually thinking to myself while I was watching it after hearing the first song that you put, I was like, this video needs that other song that goes exactly like this, and lo and behold, you managed to put it in. I think it starts at about 2 minutes 45 if you're wondering what I'm talking about, so fantastic job with that. The clips you managed to capture are actually mostly really funny. Genuinely had a good laugh when I was watching it, like I said before. I think the frame rate of the footage dropped significantly at points during the video though, whether that was because of the slow motion you added or an underperforming console/PC, I'm not really sure what it was, but it's probably something that you can probably work on all the same. It just made it seem a little bit jagged to watch, taking people away from the smooth nature of the intended smooth nature of the video. You could probably add an outro to your videos as well, linking people to your other videos or telling people to subscribe, or both. Both would probably help keep people exploring your channel and checking out your other videos as well. But overall, this was very nicely done actually. A very high quality video. If you want to check out RenScotson's channel, the link will be down below. The third video today comes from GomezDoesGaming YT and is titled Minecraft Pocket Edition Episode 2 Mineplex Microbattles, Doggo and Caprison. Okay, I'd probably start with the title if anything. From just hearing me say it then, it's really long and it's a mouthful. I'd probably consider a new title structure that's a little bit less long and sort of formatted a little bit differently. I honestly can't think of anything to replace it with right now though, so back to the video itself. With the intro, if you aren't happy with your intro specifically or any other parts of your video, always feel free to do them again. Like, you can just cut the parts you're unhappy with and try again, or you can feel free to do another take. Especially with the cough at the start and throughout the rest of the video. You're early enough with the intro in the video that you can either cut it during the editing process or just start again. Either way, you'll end up with a much cleaner intro. I did enjoy the inclusion of the dog video, for whatever reason. It was pretty cool. It was also a little bit hard to follow what you were trying to talking about some of the time. Try working on talking a little bit slower, focus on what you're trying to say, and just try and live in the moment. Talk about what's going on in the game like you did at about 3 minutes. That kind of commentary is much better than actually just drifting in and out of a conversation that's sort of not really focused on in sort of any way. The buzzing during the third game was also a little bit annoying. I'm not even sure what that was, but do try and remove it in your future videos. The question mark moment around 4 minutes 30 was actually quite funny. I figure you could put more things like that over the video if when you're editing you aren't sure what you're talking about, like at that moment there. I did like that bit. Feel free to write down whatever you're saying in both your outro and your intro until you get confident enough to say it confidently whatever you mean to, rather than stumbling over your words. This might have sounded a little bit negative, but there's definitely some good things about this video, and there is absolutely room for improvement. Incorporate and work on the good things that I mentioned about this video, and all your future videos will improve. It wasn't a great video, I didn't really enjoy it that much, but it wasn't absolute trash either. You did an alright job, buddy. If you do want to check out GomezDoesGaming, the link will be in the description. And the last video today comes from Minecraft with Suprotiv, I think is how you pronounce that name. I wasn't given a specific link to watch, so I took a look at Skywars 2, winning for the first time. I really like the way you've introduced the video. The short clip at the beginning helps give the viewer a taste of what's to come, but not showing all of it was probably key to that effect. Maybe if you're going to do something like that, maybe come up with a different title so the end result is still a surprise. That'd keep the viewer guessing whether you end up winning or not. I really appreciate your confidence on the microphone. You speak confidently and clearly, and you know what you're trying to say. Good job with that. Maybe focus on talking a little bit slower. You were hard to understand at times, but it wasn't a massive issue. You've actually got quite good quality with your videos, especially with the graphics, your name in the top left, and the facecam border. It was actually quite impressive. I always think that most videos like this should have some kind of background music. As I mentioned before, it helps break up the dead air and helps lift the mood of the video. The frame rate of the video wasn't the best at times either, but again, it was not a massive deal and didn't detract from my enjoyment of the video. Not sure whether you meant this or not, but your outro was actually like 1:30 long, which is over 10% of the video, which, as you can imagine, isn't really necessary. If that was intentional though, I'd recommend going for something that's about 10-20 seconds long. There are some really positive things about this video, buddy, and your channel in general. The couple of videos I took a look at were of good quality. Just work on the things that I mentioned before and you should be on your way. Nice job, man. If you do want to check out Suprotiv's channel, you know where the link will be. Anyway guys, that about wraps up this week's episode of Feedback Friday, where I take a look at some of your videos and tell you how I can improve on them. If you want to be featured in the next episode of Feedback Friday, make sure you leave a comment or send me a link to one of your videos on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter so I can check it out. The links to those are in the description, and as I mentioned before, not everything I say is going to be nice, but it should help you grow and improve in some way. Thank you very much for watching this one, guys. I really appreciate it. This has been Luke from Less Than Average Gaming, and I hope you guys have an above average day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye! As I mentioned before, guys, thank you very much for watching my video. If you want to check out another video of mine, or you missed the first episode of Feedback Friday, click the video on the left, or if you want to learn how to grow fast on YouTube, click the video on the right.